Angel Studios fans? I'm Jordan Harmon, co-founder and president of Angel Studios. We are so excited to have you guys here today. We've got an amazing live stream ahead of us. It does have to do with an incredible sport that I love deeply. I play this sport 3 times a week. It is my pride and joy outside of my family and work. And so I cannot be more excited about the film we're going to talk about tonight. But we also have 3 really important guests. We have the star of this film, we have the director and writer, and we have the producer of this film. And so we are going to bring them on here shortly. But stay tuned, because at the end of this live stream, we're going to have a sneak peek of this incredible movie. And so, again, if you're just joining us, this is the live stream to talk about a new release into the Angel Guild called Sweetwater. Sweetwater is such an incredible film because it talks about a man who really revolutionized the game of basketball. And so I cannot be more excited about this particular release, because it branches into an entirely new theme and genre that Angel Studios has never really been in before. But the beautiful part is the Angel Guild saw this film and said, this has to go into Angel's ecosystem. This is such an important movie. It has so many great values and redemptive qualities, as well as being extremely entertaining and of the highest quality. So we are super, super excited. We also have a couple things. As Guild members, you're going to get early access to this film. So you can actually, if you're not a Guild member yet, you can join the Angel Guild. You can go to angel.com/sweet and join the Angel Guild. That's SWEET. Sometimes people misspell that was sweat, which is definitely not. Although that is a part of this movie. You will see sweat in this movie as well. But that being said, go to angel.com/sweet, join the Angel Guild. If you're already a Guild member, you can go there, and this film, it really will have a huge impact on you, just like it's had on me. You can also, if you notice, I'm wearing an incredible fun jersey here. This is New York. On the back, it actually says, if you can see that, Sweetwater. But this is an exclusive opportunity right now. We're only doing a limited amount of prints of this shirt. This incredible jersey. So angel.com/jersey, you can go and get your exclusive Sweetwater jersey and get this on, because it's such an incredible, his story really is monumental, not only in the game of basketball, but for people all around the globe. So we're going to bring on our guests, but before I introduce the guests, I want to roll the trailer for this incredible film, which is, again, available exclusively in the Angel Guild right now. You can watch it in the Angel Guild as a Guild member, but let's roll that trailer, and we'll introduce our guests right after.
Nathaniel Clifton, I always know you was born with a higher purpose.
Joe Lapchick. Matt Clifton. Some call me Sweetwater. Ain't no Negroes playing your league. It's not gonna be like that forever.
It's like a circus, though. It's Ringling Bros.
Sweetwater knows this game better than anyone.
Sweetwater, that was your last game wearing a Trotter uniform. Your next game will be in a Knick jersey.
You know you can't play him.
The guy is
The future of the NBA. Change is happening, but I don't know that my city can take it.
It's about being true to the game of basketball. It's unnecessary to have all this razzle-dazzle on our courts.
But every time we step on this court, it means something.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. That trailer is absolutely amazing. We now have our incredible guests. We have director and writer Martin Guigui. I had a hard time getting his name pronounced. Luckily, the producer told me exactly how to pronounce his last name. We also have the star of this film, Everett Osborne, who's going to be joining us right now, and producer Darren Mormon. Thanks, guys, for joining us and being here. Super excited to have you.
Thank you.
Love being with you, Jordan.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure. So, I mean, let's just start with Martin. You as the writer and director getting into this. Talk to me about what was the process to really understand and get Nat Sweetwater Clifton's story onto the screen.
Thank you, Jordan, for that awesome introduction. And we love Angel, and we're so inspired in this collaboration. And it feels so organically perfect, which is kind of what happened to me when I bumped into the story. And the short version of that is that I was on a music tour, and we were going. It was a blues tour. And we were going through New England, and we stopped in Springfield, Mass. And I, saw the sign, "Home of the Basketball Hall of Fame," and I had never been there. This is in 1995, and so I skipped sound check and I went into the Hall of Fame, and it was the smaller version of the Hall of Fame. It's not the one we have today. And I looked around, and it just started hitting me, the influence of black culture on the game. And I was a fan since I was a kid of like being creative in the game. Like my dad took me to Madison Square Garden to see the Globetrotters. As a kid, I actually saw the last version of Clyde Frazier and Earl of the Pearl, who were always creating, bringing something different and new, right? Helping the game evolve. And so I asked somebody at the Hall of Fame at that time, who was the first black basketball player, like the Jackie Robinson of basketball. And the answer was, it's a sketchy story. There were three guys: Earl Lloyd, who was the first to play; Chuck Cooper, who was the first African-American drafted; and Sweetwater Clifton, who was the first contracted to play and his contract was bought by the Knicks, and he was an ex-Globetrotter. And something just hit me. I said, wait a minute, that's all we know? This sounds like a really fun or cool story. I wanted to know. Mm-hmm. So I just jumped in and became obsessed with it and started doing all kinds of research. There was no Google back then. So I just started 411ing to see if I could find the families, right? I found Earl Lloyd, who was still alive at the time. We had a wonderful conversation. I spoke with Chuck Cooper's widow at the time. And then I eventually tracked down Chaton Robinson, Sweetwater's daughter, who was still living in his house in Chicago. And this is in the late 90s. I didn't know if I was writing a book, Jordan. Man. I didn't know if I was making a documentary. I didn't know what this was going to end up being. I had not directed my first feature film yet. That didn't happen until 97. So anyway, as I made my way to Chicago to meet with Sweetwater's daughter, what really hit me was when she said, my dad's only regret was that nobody knows his story. And that's when it became a larger purpose, a deeper purpose. That's when I could actually visualize everything. And I knew that my true purpose on the planet is to be the father that I am, to be the friend that I am to my friends, the son that I am, the brother that I am to my sister. But this took on a destiny, a legacy piece in my mind. I kept saying, okay, I have to tell this story. I saw a picture of him. I'll wrap it up with this. I saw a picture of Sweetwater when I went to visit his daughter in Chicago. And I looked into his eyes, and I felt this incredibly spiritual soul. And I could feel in his picture, I felt this like commitment. Like he was really committed to his true purpose on the planet. And I felt that I needed to share this story with the world to complete that circle, if you know what I mean.
Holy smokes. Well, I was not expecting that. That's an amazing answer to that question. Usually it's like a small, but that's incredible. Wow, that's got me thinking about a lot of other questions I don't have on my list. But Everett, I'm going to go to you real quick because obviously you star as this incredible person throughout history. Why do you feel like stories like this, overcoming challenges and hardships, why do you feel like they're so important to our culture today?
I think it's universal. I think it's very important because we all as human beings are going through obstacles, right? We all are struggling somewhere in our life. We all, to the human level, want to be free and break barriers somewhere in our life. And sometimes, honestly, Jordan, we don't even have the capacity to realize how to get through these things. So I think the best thing about filmmaking and this artistry is you could just pull up to a theater or go at home and turn on the TV and be entertained and then see someone walk these paths and this step and then see how other people come together to break these barriers in life. And now you get inspired, and now you leave a better person with understanding about how to push through life and have faith and, make change in your own life without you having to do the hard work,
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of sit back and enjoy it. I think that's this gift, this offering that Martine has been talking about that we have, and along with Angel, we get to share this with people. So
Why was this particular, Sweetwater story, like, why was it important for you to play this part?
I was called to it. So I think things you called to, you don't even realize how important it is until you call to it. And discovering his story, even to this day, right? Learning more about this man, it changed my life. It changed my life because it connected to my roots. I mean, we all love basketball over here, right? But I didn't know who the first was. I go as far back as Bill Russell, and I probably stopped there.
Yeah.
But when I was doing my research about Sweetwater, I saw Michael Jordan say there's no Michael Jordan without Sweetwater. And I'm like, whoa, okay. Then I'm like, what? Like, who? And then to see, Martine would show me pictures of Sweetwater holding a Coca-Cola can and smiling. I'm like, oh, he was doing ads. He was doing all these things. I mean, it was so important for me just to see history, to see the journey of a trailblazer, Jordan. Because in my life, I'm the first of many things in my family. And it can get daunting sometimes. So to see someone just take a path that no one has done before and go through all the obstacles, oppression, and everything, and to make it through the other side, it gave me hope. So it's very important for me. It gave me hope and a sense of value.
I mean, the thing I loved about this film, and I'm going to get to Darren with a question here real quick as well, but the thing I loved about this film is there's so many movies where you watch them in the basketball world and you're like, these guys don't know how to play basketball. You're like, that is not how you hold the ball. That is not how you pass it. Anybody who's played competitively. And so, I mean, tell us about, you played basketball at a very high level. I mean, talk to us about that and how that played a part in this incredible role.
I mean, the stars align with this one, man. I played ball in professional in Australia. But like I tell everybody, I wasn't playing in 1950. I wasn't playing in 1940, you know what I'm saying? So I had to really learn a new style of play and get back to the roots and see how Sweetwater played and the difference between then and now. But to be honest, man, it helped a lot because I'm able to put on some Chuck Taylors. I can actually dunk.
Yeah, exactly.
I could actually make the shots. I mean, I did have to learn how Sweetwater shot because he shot totally different from me. We dribbled differently. We moved differently. But it felt surreal being in that time zone with the little shorts on, with the Chucks, shooting shots from half court, Martine being able to run the whole tape, and me just shoot, score, play ball, sweat, dive. I mean, there was no cuts. You can go from my hands to my feet to us speaking in dialogue. So, I mean, it was really a dream come true, and it was a line.
My favorite scene is when you backstep that guy and put it behind the back a couple times. I was like, this guy knows how to play ball.
Hey, shout out to my childhood trainer, Olin Simplest. We used to have to do that drill in Palisades High School behind the back every day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate this drill. But it paid off.
It's one of the hardest moves, honestly. People don't realize how difficult that move is in basketball. Darren, for you, I mean, you've produced so many incredible films in your career. What made Sweetwater special for you in terms of jumping on and helping produce this film?
Well, all the things that Martine and Everett have said are so important to me. But I actually coached high school basketball for 7 years before moving to LA to produce movies. So I have a history in basketball. I love it. My boys are high school basketball players. So
your boy can now beat you,
but
right?
they can now beat a lot of people. Yes, and they're much taller than me. So yes, but it's really ultimately it's a story of overcoming, and what Sweetwater did to pave a path that I learned how to play and my boys learned how to play because of what Sweetwater brought to the game. So for sure. So I think there's just so many great things. One of the things that I love about this story, and you guys will appreciate this. My dad was a pastor, so I grew up a pastor's kid, and I joke with him often because people go, well, how in the world did you get into filmmaking? And I said, well, I blame it on my dad because I tell him I slept through all of his sermons. But the moment he told his story, I was wide awake. And I just feel like story is a thing that wakens the soul. And I felt like this story had to be told.
I love that. I love that. If you're just joining us, I'm Jordan Harmon, president of Angel Studios. You can go to angel.com/suite and sign up for the Angel Guild right now. Or if you're a guild member, you can actually go and watch this incredible film about the first African American to receive a contract into the NBA. I mean, you're talking about one of the most historical moments in basketball history. And like Everett was saying just a minute ago, Michael Jordan literally said, "There's no Michael Jordan without Sweetwater." I mean, it's incredible. But what does it mean to you guys? Martina, I'll start with you on this one. What does it mean to you? And then we'll go through the whole group, that the Angel Guild resonated so much with this film and wanted it to come into Angel's ecosystem.
Well, when you imagine a vision, when you have an idea, you birth it, and then you have to harvest it. You have to nurture it. And certainly in content creation, whether it's cinema or television or music, art, right? You actually have to, at one point or another, create it. And once that creation is complete, there is a feeling of manifestation. And not one single person can do that. That is a team effort. That is a family effort, if you will. And that make it or break it piece, which is for movies or stories, for great stories to reach hearts and souls around the world, you need the right mechanism. You need the right distribution, the right team, because it starts all over again. We all know that the movie's not done when you walk out of the editing room.
Yeah.
You're still cracking the code as to how to bring it to the audience. And so my answer to that, the short answer, Jordan, is Angel was that component that was missing from the film in order to be able to complete manifesting it.
Man, well, the Angel Guild, they resonated with this film so strongly. It's one of the higher rated films that we've ever seen in Angel Guild, and so that seems to be a habit of Darren, is bringing in the highest rated films to the Angel Guild. But anyway, for you, Everett, what was the response like when you saw the response of the Angel Guild and how people are resonating with this film and your performance? Talk to me through what went through your mind at that moment.
I was honored. I want to just go right back real quick. When I found out it was even in the Angel Guild, I genuinely think that Sweetwater story is a reflection of Angel. I think Angel represents pushing boundaries, breaking through systems, doing things that hasn't been done before, standing on integrity and values. I think that's very much in alignment with the Sweetwater story. The Sweetwater story is way beyond basketball. That's what makes this a global story. Even though this sport does reflect the globe, that's another reason. But when you look at Sweetwater's story and him as an individual, right? Because his story took more than just him. But then him as an individual, he had the faith to pursue it and push through. I mean, there's so many aspects to this. But it's a story of change and breaking barriers. And when I saw that Angel was attached to this, it blew my mind. Because I went to see Sound of Freedom, because we filmed with Jim Caviezel, and he's a great dear friend of mine now. And I went to go see Sound of Freedom. And at the end, I saw the credits, and I saw him speaking to the camera, and we scanned the code. I'm like, I've never seen this before. Like, what a way to create community. Because movies don't build community. You actually have to do something to build community.
Yep. So
to see that Angel is doing something to build community, I mean, I went on YouTube and I researched you and your brothers, and I listened to interviews
the
about
good,
you
the
guys.
bad, and the ugly.
I mean, this is way before I found out we were about to be family. This is way before. I was just so amazed at the new business model of value-based storytelling and creating community, because that's who I am to my core. So when I saw Sweetwater was attached, spoke to Darren and Martine about it, I was amazed. It was an act of God to me. It was alignment. And then just to see the audience respond, it just feels good that this story gets to be told to the masses.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's a mutual response. Yeah.
For sure. And you know, speaking of the audience's responses, they've been amazing. I mean, Darren, for you, as you've seen the audience's responses come in, what have been some of your favorite responses? What's been the most resonating with you?
Well, I think whenever you set out to make a movie, it's what's amazing about Everett is that when he walked, first of all, you have to share with the Angel Guild his audition tape. He's wearing these short shorts and he puts on a basketball show. But when he walked into the room to audition, and when I spoke to Everett the first time, I knew in my soul that Everett was a man of faith. And I think that, Everett's faith shines through in this film. And I believe that's part of why the Guild has responded so positively to this film, because Everett's the real deal through and through. And I remember the day when, because we had other people that are a little more famous than Everett at the time that wanted to play this role, and we called the investors and said, "Hey, we're going with a relatively unknown," because we felt like God had sent him to the room. I know Martine felt that way, and so the response I feel like is very very much what you dream of, back at that moment when we selected Everett to go, wow, that's the audience that we need to go to. So because I make movies for the faith-friendly, faith-family audience, so we love you guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, I love that. The Everett definitely embodies what I feel like. They're going to be inseparable in some ways going forward as people watch this movie, because they're going to think of Nat Sweetwater, Clifton, and they're going to see not only him but also Everett and his incredible performance. The people have raved about this film. The Guild reactions, it says, "I want a Sweetwater jersey. That was great." Well, you can get angel.com/jersey, and for a very limited time and a very limited quantity, you can get a Sweetwater jersey. I don't disagree with you. It's awesome. Another person said, "Very well filmed, great script. I never knew this part of the sport's history. Thank you so much." So again, Martine, to your point, like, people just don't realize this history. I didn't realize this history. I'm a huge avid basketball fan. And so getting this history download was really special. Another one said, "Very well done. Lots of talented actors in the movie." That was kind of fun. People are going to find a lot of surprising, talented cameos where it's like, whoa, you're in this movie? There's a lot of fun little cameos. I'd love to see this on the Angel platform. Well, now you can. Angel.com/suite. You can go join the Angel Guild. It is exclusively on the Angel Guild. This is such an incredible film. And the person says, "We need more movies that deal with overcoming division and hatred." Another one says, "Excellence in action." That was one of the things I loved about this film, is it's not just a great values-based story. It is an exceptional storytelling. And so, for Angel, it's about, amplifying light is about telling things that are true, honest, noble, authentic. But one of the key components is that they are excellent. And so, this movie goes into excellence. Another one says, "Exciting. This movie portrays the struggle for acceptance without being overtly violent. So it is a good family movie." And I totally agree with that. I think the whole family can sit down and watch Sweetwater and just love every moment of it. This is definitely a story that needs to be told. Again, before we close out, we're gonna have a sneak. Hold tight, because there's gonna be a sneak peek at the end of this live stream. But you can go to angel.com/suite. You can sign up for the Angel Guild and not just experience Sweetwater, but you can experience all the other incredible films and TV shows. The Guild, your membership helps fund more content like Sweetwater, and it helps fund the investors of Sweetwater, and it helps continue to move movies like this forward. You also get 2 free tickets to every Angel theatrical release, and you get early access to all upcoming content, and you get a 20% discount on merchandise. And so there's all these different perks for being Guild members. But more importantly, you are jumping in and with your membership, you are shaping the future of entertainment. You get to decide what comes into Angel next. You get to go find the next Sweetwater. You get to go find the next Sound of Freedom. You get to go find the next film or TV show that's going to impact the world and the culture in a huge and powerful way. So go to angel.com/suite, join the Angel Guild, watch this incredible film. Before I jump into the last sneak peek and close out this live stream, I want everybody to kind of give their last thoughts. And Martine, we'll start with you, and then we'll go to Darren and end with you, Everett.
Thank you. Wow, it's so exciting. Again, you know, whatever it is that you follow in life, whenever you feel that you have bumped into a challenge, you follow your instincts, but you also follow, whether it's a guardian angel that opens the door, or whether you manifest that connection with your destiny, and you stay true to it. That was our mantra. Our mantra was truth, because that brings respect, it brings love, and my ultimate thoughts on this is right place, right time, everybody aligned, all the frequencies aligned, and this special story now can be shared with the world, the entire planet. And I'm so grateful. Gratitude beyond words, really, is what I'm feeling, to have this movie out there. And sometimes there are no words that can describe it. That's how I feel about it right now. Oh, I want that T-shirt. I want that T-shirt.
Yes, absolutely. There you go, Martine.
Me too.
Darren?
We want the one off your back. That's what
You got to autograph it.
Specifically this T-shirt.
Yeah, that one. Jordan, grateful for you and the Angel team to embrace this film. We're excited to bring out a story that nobody knows until now, and we're grateful to Angels bringing that out to the world, first to the Guild and then to the world. So it's an honor to bring this film to you guys.
Yeah, we're super grateful as well. Everett, we'll close with you.
I'm reminded of a quote. It says, "Do not go where the path may lead. Instead, go where there is no path and leave a trail." And I want to inspire people to stay inspired. Whatever obstacles we're going through, push beyond them, have faith, lean on community, and know that there's another door waiting for you. And I pray Sweetwater's story and his life inspires that in yourself. And thank you guys. Thank you, Angel. It's a beautiful family. It's a beautiful time.
Thank you. Again, join us at angel.com/suite. Join the Angel Guild. Be a part of stories that amplify light and help us shine that light into every corner of the earth. We're so grateful for you, and enjoy this sneak peek.
Pan Am Terminal, O'Hare Airport.
You got it.
Could you turn that up?
All right.
Michael Jordan, 42 points, 13 of 26 from the field with 9 assists. Bulls defeat the Pistons 108-101 to
They're going to do it this year.
2 games apiece.
That Michael Jordan can do things I've never seen any other player do in my life. I mean, ever.
Yeah, he's a great player, but
Plenty of fellas came before Michael that could do things you never seen in your life. Like who? I'm talking Connie Hawkins, Elgin Baylor, Julius Erving.
Dr. J and the Hawk? Yeah, I hear you.
That style of play goes way back.
Like David Thompson, Oscar Robertson way back, or we like talking way the hell back?
You know your basketball.
Sports writing is a life for me. All right, what about you? What's your excuse?
I know my game.
Listen, pal, we got a bit of a drive here, so why don't you tell me more about your game?
A lot of people don't know how it went down.
The highly anticipated rematch between the Globetrotters and the NBA champ Minneapolis Lakers is turning out to be the game of the century, Mark.
That's right, Howard. And even though the Lakers had a commanding lead in the first half, the Trotters have come back in these exciting final minutes.
Much of the damage has come from one player in particular, Matt Sweetwater Clifton, who has had a spectacular game tonight, battling against the Laker giant George Michael.
Sweet, coming! Sweet! Get through there, Sweets! Good job! I got mine right here! Oh,
George Michael gets blocked! They've never seen that before!
I don't think anybody has seen that before, Howard. And it's a tie game, folks.
Sweet! Boom, chicka, boom! Now! We gotta have some fun with him! You right. Have some fun with him!
Here come the Trotters.
I got my man right here. Okay.
What in the world is going on at midcourt?
Marcus Haynes is doing things with that basketball no one has done before.
Here you go. Yeah, you got it right there. Come on, Mikan. You're a tree. Get in his way. By yourself.
Irish, did you see that? Have you ever seen anything like that before? No, you haven't, because it hasn't happened prior. My boys are the best. You know that, right?
Yeah, everybody knows it, Abe, especially you.
I got my man right here. Yes, I got him. You got it. Hey.
You got it. Oh, good steal.
The size of Sweetwater's hands, he makes the ball look like a grapefruit. Huh? He can play defense. By the way, we all know that blocks and rebounds win games. Right?
Yeah, it's like a circus, though. It's Ringling Brothers.
Yeah, well, everyone's here to see that. I think there's a lot more to this cager than just blocks and rebounds.
All right.
Again, the Globetrotters defeat the NBA champion Minneapolis Lakers. Final score, 49-45.
Way to go, guys! Man, way to bring it to them. Now everybody knows who's the best in the world.
You're gonna have to phone the missus, tell her you scored double digits tonight.
Looks like you had some fun out there tonight.
Always do.
You made it look easy. Joe Lapchick.
Now, Clifton. Some call me Sweetwater.
Hey, let's go, guys. Abe's waiting, and we don't want to hear his big mouth.
I coach a team called the New York Knickerbockers.
Dick McGuire's on your team.
Yes, he is.
He can shoot that ball.
Yes, he can.
Ain't no Negroes playing your league. That ain't no secret.
It's not going to be like that forever. I think that you can help make the change. No, I mean that. You can be the first. Great game tonight. I'll catch you later, Sweetwater.
Thanks, yeah. See you around, Mr. Lapchick.
Please, call me Joe.
Go to mom.
But Dad.
Go to mom.
A little bit of sugar makes the water taste so much sweeter. Come here. Come here. From this day on, your name is not Clifton Nathaniel no more. It's Nathaniel Clifton. You understand?
Yes, Mama.
Okay, now Nat Clifton. It's time to go.
But Mama.
Now you listen to your mama now. Go on and get in that horse and buggy here. Your daddy will take you to the big city. And you can have a better life. He gonna take good care of you. Yeah.
But Mama, I don't want to leave.
Take these hands God gifted you with. You put them to good use. I always know you was born with a higher purpose. You just gotta believe. Yeah. I love you, baby.
I love you, Mom.
Okay, now go. Go.
Hey, Sweet. Did you see Mike's face when you blocked his shot? Wasn't expecting that.
Fellas, we might be sleeping here tonight, but first, it's pay time. Excellent job. Thank you so very much for what you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Looking great out there, honestly and truly.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you. There's Pops.
Thanks, Doc.
And last but certainly not least, thank you. Uh-huh. What? Oh, don't give me that look, Sweetwater. You got something to say. Just say it to my face. I can take it. Spit it out.
We beat them Lakers, the NBA champs.
Yeah, we certainly did.
It wasn't easy, honey.
No. No, it wasn't. They're the best, so we didn't expect it to be easy.
Abe, I guess it ain't my business how much they get paid.
It's none of your beeswax.
You're not hearing what I'm saying, Abe.
I would say everyone is hearing what you're saying loud and clear. And on behalf of Sweetwater, I would like to further thank each and every one of you out of my own take from tonight, because you earned it. Sorry for missing.
Extra cabbage.
Fellas, I got big plans, more importantly. Tonight's win allows us to now travel the world with your talent. South America, Europe, all the way to China, places you've only dreamt about. Internationally known Globetrotters, bigger than Jesse Owens. Right? Joe Louis. They're just gonna be talking about you now. And I got new plays, new routines you're gonna love. And one day, we're gonna be an NBA team. Get some rest.
We gonna change the world, Abe.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks, brother.
This is your opportunity to level the playing field. Give these
George
boys
Jenkins.
Let's get them on the
This is
court.
not a Negro league and never will be.
Come
on. The gentleman's opinion.
Oh,
Yes,
whoa,
Easy. What's with all the yelling? Now, I think we should proceed with an atmosphere of respect, okay, and decorum. And as for Mr. Walter Brown's inquiry regarding drafting Negro players for the Celtics, the bylaws are clear. You are not limited to whites only. It says players. Players. So any one of you wants to draft a Negro player, go be my guest.
The Celtics are very interested in drafting a Negro player. And
All right. I'd like to speak out on behalf of my team and our interest in this league when I say it's unnecessary to have all this razzle-dazzle, hot dog and bull crap on our courts. And that's what the Negro players will do.
Can I just say something for a change here, okay? Just listen to me. I think I can personally guarantee that no one in this room loves basketball more than I do.
Stop.
Yes, that's right. And this stuff you call razzle-dazzle, well, I find it exciting and, quite honestly, entertaining, like a dance.
Oh, like a dance?
Yes, like a
Oh,
dance.
It's a dance.
Yes,
Like
a
a
dance.
dance. Okay.
Dance to put
Thank you very
points
much.
on the board and paying customers in the seat, because basketball, after all, is a business, or haven't you heard?
Let's take a vote. A gentleman's agreement, if you will. I move that the NBA is for white players only.
I want to be on record as saying that it's a mistake to go on record with that.
I reiterate. I move that the NBA is for white players only.
I second.
Thank you.
Okay, there's a motion on the table. It says the NBA wants to remain an all-white league. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Nay.
The ayes have it.
Nathaniel Clifton, I always know you was born with a higher purpose.
Joe Lapchick. Now, Clifton. Some call me Sweetwater. Ain't no Negroes playing your league. It's not gonna be like that forever.
It's like a circus, though. It's Ringling Bros. Sweetwater knows this game better than anyone.
Sweetwater, that was your last game wearing a Trotter uniform. Your next game will be in a Knick jersey.
You know you can't play him.
The guy is
The future of the NBA. Change is happening. But I don't know that my city can take it.
It's about being true to the game of basketball. It's unnecessary to have all this razzle-dazzle on our courts.
But every time we step on this court, it means something.